to my channel. My name's Kelly Ann and I'm here to help all you lovely brides and grooms plan your wedding. So a lot of you have been getting engaged over the Christmas period up until the new year, which is amazing, so congratulations. But a lot of you have been messaging me what the next steps are to plan your wedding. So I thought I'd do this little video to help you guys sort of organise yourselves and what the next steps are and what you guys need to really focus on at this stage. So the first thing I think you really need to focus on is the date of the wedding. So start thinking about if you want a summer wedding or a winter wedding or maybe a spring wedding, and then once you sort of discussed with your partner what sort of month you're more keen for, then start looking at the day of the week if you want a midweek wedding or a weekend wedding. And then once you sort of find a middle ground and you're both sort of on the same page in regards to the date, then you need to start looking at venues. So there's a whole range of different venues, from big manor houses to castles to then lovely little barns. And I'm based in the West Midlands, so if you guys need any help in regards to wedding venues, I can give you guys loads of recommendations, so feel free to comment below and I can give you a hand with those. So I would discuss with your partner what sort of visions you have for the wedding. So if you were really keen for a big glamorous wedding and you wanted a big castle and feel like a princess for the day, or if you wanted like a small immediate family and really close friends and maybe have more of a rustic sort of barn wedding, which is a bit smaller so you don't feel like you're getting lost in the space. Once you have found sort of middle ground and what you're both looking for, then you need to start booking in viewings. So the easiest way to book in viewings is get at least 5 to 10 venues that you are really keen to see. Most couples, I would say, maybe go to about 5, 10 can be a bit excessive, but then I've known loads of brides who just want to see everything and then they can make a decision. Once you've narrowed it down to 5 to 10 venues, you then need to start thinking about booking in the viewings for the venues. The venues will ask you some really basic questions, so sort of be prepared for that. So I would get a planner or a sort of folder, keep all these notes in. The things that they're going to ask you is your names, email addresses and telephone numbers. And they will ask you roughly how many guests you are thinking of inviting to the wedding. So you don't need to stress about having the exact guest numbers, guys. They literally just want to know an average on how many people you're looking to include so they can show you the specific spaces around the venue. Otherwise, they'll be showing you a big giant room for 100 guests, but you're only having like 40 or 50, and it's just a waste of everyone's time. So make sure that you're telling them how many guests you're thinking of inviting, the month and the day that you're looking for so they can check their availability. And this needs to be done before you view the venue, guys, okay? Otherwise, if you've got a specific date that you guys are really keen for example, you want to get married on Valentine's Day, for example, or an anniversary when you first met, and it's already been booked from the venue, there's no point going to view it if you're not going to be willing to sort of marry on a different day. So make sure that you check availability before, if there's a specific day. If you're not really fussed on the day or the week of the wedding, then go and view them, see all the spaces they have available, and then you can make a decision from there. So once you've narrowed it down and you've seen a few venues, you then need to decide which venue is for you. So hopefully you guys are on the same page and both of you were keen for like 1 or 2 of them. If you're a bit undecided, maybe you want to go and view a venue for the second time. Some venues don't mind you doing that, or perhaps you want to have your parents' advice, or maybe a sibling or a best friend, and bring them along to see the venue just to get their opinion on it. That's always quite helpful. Once you found the venue for you, or if you're undecided between 2 or even 3, it's definitely worth putting a date on hold with them. So many couples book their weddings a year, 2, 3 years in advance. So venues do get booked up pretty quickly. So I definitely recommend putting a date on hold with the venue if you're keen for it. You can put dates on hold at some venues for free of charge for a certain time period. Other venues you'll have to pay a small fee to put a date on hold. But I would always recommend, if you like the venue but you're still tying up some loose ends and you're still trying to make some decisions, pay a little sum and put the date on hold, and then you can step away, speak with your family, perhaps speak with your partner, and then once you're all happy to go ahead with the booking, then pay the deposit. So once you have paid your deposit, you've now booked your wedding venue and you've booked a date for the wedding, which is amazing. So next things you need to start thinking about are your suppliers. So planning a wedding, guys, can be a very overwhelming experience. So if your venue aren't being too helpful on what the next stages are, then you might want to hire a wedding planner. If not, then you can always drop me a message to ask some questions if you wanted to. I'm more than happy to help. So the next stages you need to start thinking about is your suppliers, okay? So the main suppliers that you need to start thinking about is your photographer, so someone to take photos for the day, or a videographer. So a videographer is someone who's taking a video of the day for you, and they could put some music in and edit the video after. I personally love videographers. They're great because they can capture some really nice moments that you probably missed during the day. Then you need to also focus on your cake if you're having a wedding cake. Some couples want to go the full shebang, have like 4 or 5 tiers. Other couples just go and get their cake from Marks and Spencer's, so it's completely up to you. The next thing you need to think about is your florist, so flowers if you're going to have real or synthetic flowers. And then your evening entertainment, so if you're going to have a band or a DJ. These are the main suppliers that I would say you really need to focus on and get booked sooner rather than later, especially your photographer and videographers, because they can get booked up pretty quickly. So just bear those in mind. So I would write these down. So your photographer, videographer, your cake maker, your florist, and your evening entertainment. So if you're having a DJ or a band. So once you have booked these, then you can start looking at additional suppliers. So you might want some entertainment during the drinks reception. You might want to hire some flower walls or big balloon arches. Venue stylists are the people for that. Again, I can give you some personal recommendations if you need them. So they're the main sorts of things that you need to start focusing on once you have booked your venue and the date of the wedding. Once you've booked your suppliers, you are all pretty much set to go. Then you might want to start thinking about your stationery. I've talked about stationery on another video on YouTube, so have a look at that. So that was a quick video for today, guys. I hope that was helpful for all of you newly engaged couples. How exciting. Please do give me a follow and a like if you like my videos on here. I'm also on Instagram at Kelly_and weddings for loads of other tips and tricks. Stay tuned, guys, and look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care. Bye.